Good morning. Welcome to Unity Bay Area, Houston. Please join us for our opening selection. Thank you for this day. 2, 1, 2, 3.
For this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this church, Spirit, thank you for this church. Thank you for this church, Spirit, thank you for this church. This consciousness, this loving church. This loving, this loving, this loving church. Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life. Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life. My consciousness, my consciousness, my conscious life. My consciousness, my consciousness, my conscious life. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing 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 day.
Woo! Yes, thank you for this day. And good morning, everyone. Everybody in our Facebook Live and our YouTube Live, those are watching it currently, and those that will be joining us, excuse me, at another time. I got myself all excited dancing and celebrating, raising the vibration. We are here together to raise the light and live from the light and be a presence for that Christ consciousness. And I'm so grateful to be amongst those that are sharing that message in their own being, in the health and wholeness of their body and in the world. And so as we begin this morning, let us just begin to take a look at what's happening in the prayer line for Unity. First, let's do our affirmation on our one presence and power. Let's do that first. Together? There is one presence and one power in the universe and in me, God, the good omnipotence. Yes, there is. We have a couple of ways to support you with prayer at Unity Bay Area, Houston, and we want you to know we've added 2 different options of ways for you to reach out with your prayer requests. If you want to write a prayer request, you can email it to us at prayer@ubah@gmail. Now that's pray AT, so PRAYATUBAH@gmail.com. So pray at Unity Bay Area Houston at gmail.com. And there's a prayer line. So we also want you to know you can call in your prayer requests. And that prayer line is 903-484-4841. Again, that's 903-484-4841. Put it on your phones. Call in with your prayer requests. Our prayer chaplains will call somebody back within about 48 hours maximum. They're usually quicker than that and respond quicker, but just in case, we want to give them that leeway. But we do know that you will be prayed for and will continue to be prayed for 30 days. And we're so grateful for all of our prayer chaplains. Our current and past prayer chaplains have gathered together and agreed to start making phone calls to everybody to keep everybody in the loop and connected and to pray for every single person in our community. And so you may be receiving a phone call from them this week or this month, and they'll be just, if you're not there, they'll leave a prayer or they'll join you and they can pray in celebration. They can pray through whatever you desire at this time. But we feel it's very important to keep our community connected. And we know one of the most powerful ways that we're connected both to our divine and to one another is through prayer. So will you join me now in prayer? Since we're talking prayer, let's actually do it. So let's turn within. Yes. Let's anchor our energies right here and right now in this sacred space. Wherever you may be is the sacred space of your body temple, of the connection, the place where you are the union between heaven and earth. You are the essence of the divine right where you are. And as we breathe in, or we allow the universe to breathe us, we allow that universal consciousness to breathe through us, to know that we are one with this infinite source, with God, essence, or Christ consciousness, or higher self, to feel and know the light of all, the light of being. We say thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, divine source. Thank you, oneness. Thank you, awareness. Thank you, loving presence. Whatever way you know and understand the God of your being, feel yourself connect deeply right now. To open your heart and expand your mind and allow the presence to just immerse you in a peace and a harmony and awareness right now. That you are one with this universal light of all, this consciousness of love. And as we feel and remember the truth of who we are and all that is moving through us and as us, we experience a vibration that begins to activate a higher level of frequency in every cell of our body. We feel the power of health and wholeness and the resonance with that frequency of light that shines in and begins to lift us in countenance and in spirit. And we are grateful, grateful, grateful for this sacred moment and every moment where we are experiencing the power of your oneness, of your life energy moving through us. We dedicate this time together. We send forth blessings to all of our world, to every person that is going through any myriad of experiences right now, wherever they may be, whatever experience they may be in. We lift them in light and love, knowing that they feel that divine presence at the core of their being in ways that they may not even realize, and yet it is harmonizing the very cells of their body. It is receiving and reclaiming new perceptions of light and oneness. And so we say thank you. Thank you, beloved Spirit. We are grateful, 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 and so it is. Amen. And yes. And so at this time, we do have a few things to announce. And so I'm going to share with you some of those things. We first of all want to say thank you. Thank you for the inconveniences that you are embracing, staying connected through the internet, wearing a mask when out of your home and in public, and watching our Sunday services and taking Unity classes online. It's been phenomenal to connect with so many of you through our classes and various groups that are online, and we are grateful for that. For trying and mastering Zoom. So many of you, this has been new for you, and it's really taken you out of your comfort zone, but you've chosen to learn it anyway, and we honor that. For your willingness to stay safe and compassion to set a good example for others. Today, this is who we have come to be, conscious participators in this transformation of our planet. And this moment of time, how do we do that? So we just want to say a special thank you for all the ways that you're consciously engaging this time that we're in. I also want to let you know that starting next week, our new YouTube Unity channel will be up. Currently, we've been using my personal channel, Reverend Kyra Baehr, to stream the service, and as of next week, we're going to be able to watch through our Sunday services on our very own YouTube channel. We've started it, as well as, we're on our Facebook channel. Please search Unity Bay Area Houston under the YouTube, and you'll find us, and please subscribe and mark the bell to get your notifications of when we go live. And also explore the music and meditation playlists that are being created. We're creating new material to give you some additional support while you're at home. And the information on the channel will be in this week's upcoming e-newsletter and next Sunday's e-bulletin that comes out if you're on our e-newsletter list. And if you're not, then go to our website, and there's an e-newsletter subscription. You can sign on to that and get onto our e-newsletter list. We've got a 3-part seminar. Dr. Michael E. Brandt, some of you may remember him when he came and he taught the Kabbalah here. And it was the light of Kabbalah, and it was quite fabulous afternoon with him at that time. Excuse me. I'll be helping host him on a Zoom seminar that is going out, and there'll be participants both from his temple, Temple Sinai, as well as our group and others that may choose to sign up that follow him in his research and things. But it's called Your Whole Health, Surviving the Coronavirus Pandemic and Thriving Beyond It with, they don't say the G-O-D word, we do here, God's help, but we're honoring that in this message up here as well. And we'll look forward to this 3-part seminar. Will experience what whole health is and is not, and ways we can improve ours. While we know there's no currently a cure for vaccine or effective pharmaceutical treatment for the novel COVID-19 virus, there are ways we can optimize both our general health and our immune system function so as to first reduce our risk of contracting the illness. If we do happen to become infected, to reduce its negative impact on us, including its time, course, severity, and long-term impact. And then Dr. Michael E. Brandt will share what he has learned from his research. This will be Tuesdays, April 28th, May 5th, and May 12th. And we look forward to having you with us at 7 p.m. on those nights. And check your e-newsletter or Sunday bulletin for the Zoom or our Unity community group. And you can email me at itskyra@gmail.com, itskyra@gmail.com to sign up, and I can send you the link if you need it that way. Okay, it's a lot of stuff. We have one more announcement, and that is that our gathering Zoom after the service is at noon. We are doing a gathering for anyone that wants to come into that Zoom gathering. We'll have a couple questions that we'll talk about the service message. We'll connect with one another. We'll invite prayer requests. One of our prayer chaplains will be with us to be able to, again, take your prayer requests each week. And so we're looking forward to a way to just get our community to come together. So we're excited about that. So now, after all that to do and so much more, let us join together for our vision, mission, and core values. Excuse me. Our vision is a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of a shared spiritual awakening. Our mission is to inspire minds, awaken hearts, and empower lives through the teachings of Jesus Christ and other expressions of universal truth. In all that we are and all that we live, we value unconditional love, connection, authenticity, inclusivity, trust, and compassion. And we are living relevant spirituality now. And I'll give a shout out to, first of all, to Ryan Ruffiner, who led another relevant conversation this last Friday, and he's going to be putting that up on YouTube. And it is a wonderful idea of understanding the law of mind action and how it relates to our body, and then some nutrition things that are very quite interesting. He's done some extensive research, and it's a wonderful, relevant conversation, so we'll invite you to see that on there as well. And let's acknowledge our beautiful team today. We have Keith Vivens and Patty Rabaza both with us. Yay, we're so grateful. Ellen's got a day off, and so does Reverend Curdy, but we're grateful to be here with you, each and every one of us. So let's acknowledge, I know you can't see them, but our audiovisual team in the back is just amazing, and their commitment to be here and bring this to you is truly above and beyond, and we want to acknowledge all of them. Today we have Mark Kirby and Bruce Landry, Jackie Lawson, Brett Allen, and Ann Kaywood. So thank you, and all the others that participate in this over the course of time. So enough to do of all that. Let's choose heaven in our consciousness today. Take it away.
1, 2, 3.
Compassion
indeed. Thank you. And thank you all for choosing heaven today with us. And we do want to acknowledge, and we know that we don't have guests here in our sanctuary at this time, but we know that some of you are joining us for the first time online. Hey, let us know you're here. Tell us where you're from. Put in your likes and your hearts and give us messages about the fact that you're here with us. It truly touches our heart and soul to experience your presence. And we want you to know you're welcome. And wherever you are, whoever you are, every one of you that are part of our family, you are a part of the family of humanity. And you are part of the Christ consciousness. And we want you to know that we feel your vibrations. We feel your energy. We feel your presence with us. And so we want to give a blessing to each and every one of you and all those that are here as well. So together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Yes, we do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Perry Winston is going to read our daily word for us today, one of our board members, and she's also a wonderful healthcare worker in this world, so we know we give special gratitude and thanks for being out there in that way, Perry.
Good morning, Unity family.
Good morning.
Good morning. The daily word for Sunday, April 26th. Our word today is release. Our affirmation, I release all that does not contribute to my highest good. John's gospel tells of Jesus restoring life to his friend Lazarus, who had been dead for 4 days. As Jesus cries, "Lazarus, come out," his friend emerges from the tomb, burial cloth still covering his face and wrapped around his hands and feet. Jesus says to those who have gathered, "Unbind him and let him go." Even after a spiritual resurrection, I may remain bound, like Lazarus, by thoughts, ideas, feelings, or habits that keep me from the full experience of freedom. Through my divine power of elimination, I release negative feelings, dissolve error thoughts, and free myself from habits and actions that do not serve my highest good. I am no longer bound. I am free. And from the Gospel of John, chapter 11, verse 44, the dead man came out, his hands and feet bound with strips of cloth, and his face wrapped in a cloth. Jesus said to them, "Unbind him and let him go."
Before we go into the song real quick, let me just make a time to acknowledge our beloved Mary Cole Gallegos. She made her transition into the higher realms, which is almost funny to say because she lived in such higher realms all the time. In her living presence and her demonstration, and then now in her releasing into these other realms, we miss her greatly. She every time you asked her, "How are you, Mary?" she'd say, "I am flourishing." Mm-hmm. And she was a teacher of the light and a blessing of light to all of us. And we miss her deeply, and we bless her as she transitions on and her family. And once we get through this time of not gathering in person, we'll do a special tribute to Mary, because she certainly been a major part of our congregation from long before I was here. When I arrived, and after the first year or so, I was taking a trip to India. Mary went with me. She was like, "Can I go? I really want to go." And we were, this was a particular special course at Oneness University that we were welcome to invite some others that were in our spiritual leadership in our community. And I said, absolutely. So she came with and was truly a bright light on that journey, and already almost 80 at that time, and traveling and in challenging circumstances, and she was amazing. So I for one feel her bright spirit shining here with us, and I hope you do too, and can hold her and her family and her loved ones in the light. And thank you so much as we go into this time of prayer. She brings smiles to our faces. Mm-hmm. You know, so many times we're sad when we lose someone, but Mary was such a light that she brings that mix of the, oh yeah, we feel that, and yet we cannot help but smile at who she is in all the realms of existence. So let's take that into our time of prayer and meditation.
Let me be in your stillness. Let me be in the very mind of God. Let me listen to your wisdom. Let me know which road to take. Still my mind, fill my soul, heal my heart, and make me whole. Let me rest in your kindness. Let me rest in your loving arms. Let me feel you so I may know you. Make me one with you. Make me one with you.
As we feel the power of that beautiful song and that message of feeling our oneness, let us turn within. And I'll be sharing a prayer from Earth Prayers from around the world, 365 prayers, poems, and invocations for honoring the earth. As this has been Earth Day week, and we are celebrating our beloved Mother Earth and the planet and the awareness of our oneness with all of creation. So find that sacred place and begin to just settle into your heart and soul and being. Quiet the mind and open to the stillness within. Mother, Father, God, universal power, remind us daily of the sanctity of all life. Touch our hearts with the glorious oneness of all creation as we strive to respect all the living beings on this planet. Penetrate our souls with the beauty of this earth as we attune ourselves to the rhythm and flow of the seasons. Awaken our minds with the knowledge to achieve a world in perfect harmony and grant us the wisdom to realize that we can have heaven on earth. And so we take this message of realization of our oneness, of realization of heaven on earth, of the unified field of awareness that rests at the center of our being, where we bring together this earthly awareness and our divine consciousness. And we begin to say yes in our body and in our mind and in our being at every level. We say yes, yes, yes to this flow of life, this flow of love, this truth of the light of all, to know all of creation in this unified way, in this unity consciousness. We begin to relax into this remembrance of the symbiotic relationship we have with the entire ecosystem of life. We say thank you to the life that sustains us here through our beloved Mother Earth, to the trees that breathe out the oxygen that blesses our bodies, that fills our lungs, to the rivers, the life blood of our beloved Mother Earth. We say thank you for watering our spirit and watering our beautiful vehicles of life. Thank you to every creature that reminds us of the rhythms and seasons and the natural order of life. We are grateful to be one with this environment that is life, self-renewing awareness. We feel the power of the awareness that is here right now in the quiet, in the stillness within, where we feel that unification, that unity, that oneness with all of existence in the silence. From this expanded awareness, we experience the life, the interconnectedness of the whole. That there is no separation from the infinite realm and the finite realm. That we come together knowing that we are one with all of creation. We feel the power of this interconnection, and with every breath and every thought and every feeling that we hold and that we bring forth through our words and our vibration and our light, we are remembering and speaking truth. We are taking actions to honor the sanctity and the sacredness. And in this and all things we say thank you. Thank you, beloved Spirit. Thank you, beloved Pachamama, beloved Mother Earth, beloved Gaia, and all of the systems of life that sustain and nurture. And we are grateful, grateful, grateful for this divine consciousness that resides as the core essence of all creation. Every star, every seed, we are one, and we are grateful. And so it is. Amen. And yes. Oh, we bring our awareness back here now. I have to get back in the fullness of being present. And so that we can, from this place of oneness, share these words of an Aramaic translation of our Lord's Prayer. Together, beloved oneness, breathing life of all, holy is our essence. Create your reign of unity now. Your one desire acts with ours and vibrates light to form. Fulfill this day all need for bread and insight. Forgiveness releases us, and we remember wholeness. We are free from inner and outer deception, and walk your path with joy. You are the power of these truths, and unite my words, thoughts, feelings, and actions through this prayer. In gratitude, my heart knows it is so. Amen. And yes.
Just a dead thing you can claim, but I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew, Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, or asked the grinning bobcat why he grinned? Can you sing with all the voices of the mountains? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? The rainstorm and the river are my brothers. The heron and the otter are my friends. And we are all connected to each other in a circle, in a hoop that never ends. How high does the sycamore grow? If you cut it down, then you'll never know. And you'll never hear the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, for whether we are white or copper skinned, we need to sing with all the voices of the mountains, need to paint with all the colors of the wind. You can own the earth and still all you'll own is earth until you can paint with all the colors of the wind.
One of my all-time favorites. You got me crying. That's always Ellen's goal. Let's get Kyra crying. I'm going to share some things as we're celebrating Earth Day and as we're honoring this interconnection of our life. And as we go through this day of how do we, in these times especially, still come to a place of honoring and celebrating the life that is all around us and that is within us and our interconnection to it, and lifting up our beautiful planet. And right now our living sanctuary out back is just absolutely exquisitely glorious. And we know so much of the world is experiencing a relief and so a renewal, and it's a beautiful time. But I have a few things I'm going to share. I'm going to share a poem that I found. So it's from a site called Earth Teachings from Jennifer Mizell, and she says it's called Wild, Unkempt, and a Bit Messy. Mm-hmm. My greatest wisdom teacher has been the earth. And it wasn't until I got intimate with her elements that I learned how to deal with all the initiations that the journey has brought my way. She's the grace that swoops in when I'm taking